It is often considered that communication and mass media is a foundation stone for business growth and economic growth. And if we are to speak the same language with foreign investors, how do they arrive here? How do they come to the Russian market? If we know that Russian market is to a large extent monopolized, for example, in oil and gas sector. I think there's a lot that can be done. Evidently, the key telecommunications market is on the rise, especially in the Russian Federation. Just recently, I came from an event which is called Russian Internet Week, which drew a sort of a bottom line, and it turned out that Russia now ranks first in Europe in terms of the number of Internet users, and it accounts for about 1% of GDP. If you also include adjacent sectors, that they altogether they account for about 5% of the domestic GDP, and telecommunications play a huge role in terms of business development. We are now drafting a program for the period until 2018, which involves making sure that we still increase the number of broadband internet users, the number of households that are connected to broadband. Evidently, this is a very good niche for a very good competitive development. When we are talking about monopolies, yes, to some extent, it is still present. It's a legacy of the former Soviet economy, but those times are slowly passing away. If you take the cellular market, for instance, there is a lot of discussion now going on about preserving the number of the subscriber if he switches onto a different operator. And this will be a very good step that will eliminate the so-called communication slavery that has received a lot of popular and media attention. Yes, on the one hand, the number of frequencies is limited, and it's probably quite reasonable in Russia. This is I think, much more inefficient model compared to India, for example, where there are about 15 operators, and the competition is so fierce and the margins are so low that the communications companies very often don't even have enough finance to pay out salaries to their employees. As an example, let me give you the area telecom. That's developing at a very rapid pace in the Russian Federation. It's now present in 51 regions of the Russian Federation. So we can see that it's developing very successfully, even though it is often being claimed that this is a monopolized market. And I have already set an example of eliminating the communication slavery through the preservation of subscribers' number when he switches to a different operator. And we are going to stimulate, to encourage the growth of broadband fiber optic networks through ensuring transparent and simple procedures. Ideally, electronic auctions that will allow different operators to enter the marketplace and, for example, to provide broadband service to all sorts of social institutions like schools, hospitals, and so on. So there is quite a rich potential for the development of telecommunications. Through ensuring open and transparent competition. There cannot be any monopolies there, and the world experience has clearly demonstrated that. Just a few things in addition. Just a couple of years, I was traveling across Russia. We have a unique region in the Russian Federation, the Pskov region, that borders on three foreign countries, Belarus, Lithuania, and Latvia. And when you enter Pskov region, you will notice that there is practically no mobile phone coverage. What can we do about things like that? Yes, it's quite a sad example. In Russia now, there are about 2,000 kilometers of federal highways that do not have mobile network coverage. And our ministry is planning a huge capex program to make sure that relevant infrastructure becomes available to make sure new operators can enter that market and develop communication service. When you are referring to mobile communications operators, are you including foreign operators in that number? Well, as a matter of fact, if you just look at the big three of Russian telecom companies, you will see that they have quite a high percentage of foreign capital. They have very high foreign stakes, and they are trading in international exchanges. So in that respect, I think foreign investors are already present in the telecom market. So this is a very open, very constructive environment, and our objective is to make sure that the conditions that we put in place are stimulative and that they encourage the development of all operators without any preference to particular players.